Guys, if you are a rookie car salesman, there's some things that you're going to need to do when you first get involved in the automotive industry that are going to set you up for success. The reason why most salespeople fail, especially car salesmen, is because they get no training. I was just talking with my guy, one of the guys who I'm training right now, and he had just started in the automotive industry. And guess what? I already saw it coming. I told him, text me back after your first day and let me see how it goes. And it went exactly the way that I thought it would. He went to the dealership, sat in a boardroom for 2 hours, got no training. Manager walks in, gives him a booklet of how to sell cars, and tells the guy to be on his way. See, this is the problem with the automotive industry. But this is also the reason why you can fucking make so much money. Because there's guys out there who don't have any training, who don't know how to treat clients the right way, who don't know how to overcome objections, and who do not treat this business like a business, but they treat it like a job. See, this is the reason why I think car sales right now is one of the biggest opportunities for anybody who has no skills but is looking to make $100,000 income. This is why I believe car sales is one of the best opportunities out there for you to change your life. But look, if you're just getting involved in car sales right now, there's some things that you're going to need to know, or else you're going to get fired. And you know what? It's probably not going to be your fault, but it's going to be for the lack of training. And I'm telling you right now, if you're new and you're starting out in car sales, you'll probably agree with me right now that nobody's going to train you. Nobody really gives a shit. Nobody's going to tell you how to overcome objections. Nobody's going to really teach you anything at all. That's why I'm putting out this video right now, because the car industry completely changed my life. And if you can just get through the first month, it might be able to change your life as well. But when you're first getting started off, there's some things that you're going to need to learn and find out yourself, okay? And that's what I'm going to go through this video. Look, if this is your first month in car sales, a couple things that you're going to need to know. Number one, find out right away, very basic things, get access to the key machine, okay? Key machine is basically where they keep all of the keys for all the new and used vehicles. You will need this so you can go on test drives, so you can take photos. Hopefully by now you've seen my videos about advertising on Facebook Marketplace. You're going to need keys to these vehicles so you can take photos and etc., test drives. And also make sure you get a feel for the wheel. Make sure, especially on new cars, you take it for the drive. You see how they drive like. You see what do they come with? What type of accessories do they have? Okay, so get access to the key machine. The second thing is that you're going to need to find out where the dealer plates are, okay? What are dealer plates? You're going to need access to the dealer plates so you know so you can actually take these customers on a test drive when you're trying to sell this vehicle, okay? So dealer plates are very important. Without a dealer plate, you can't go on a test drive. And without a test drive, you can't sell a car, because always remember, feel of the wheel seals the deal, okay? The other thing, now the third thing that I want you to do, especially when you're new, and I'm telling you right now, your managers aren't even going to tell you this basic stuff. They're not even going to tell you. The third thing is find out if your dealership has something called a guest sheet, okay? A guest sheet is basically a thing that you fill out, or investigation sheet, when you're investigating or qualifying your client, okay? So we call it a guest sheet. You could call it, your store might call it an investigative sheet, qualifying sheet. Basically what this is, guys, is these are the type of questions. It's basically just a rapport building tool, but it's going to help you understand what questions to ask your client. It's going to help you build rapport with your client. And most of the times your managers will not give you numbers without this type of guest sheet. So find out what it is so you can at least follow the process, okay? Because without this, you're probably not going to sell any cars. Your managers probably aren't going to give you any numbers. So it's very important. Now, if you don't have a guest sheet, just comment on this video. I'll make sure I send you the guest sheet that we use at our store, and maybe it could help you out. But the guest sheet is very important. If you don't know what the guest sheet is, make sure you watch my other videos. It's one of the most important things that you can have, okay? And basically, you don't read it out. You don't read every question like a robot. It's just basically a guideline, and it also makes you seem like you're a little bit more professional. You know, like when you go to the doctor's office or when you go to get a massage, there's a questionnaire that you got to fill out so they know what's your pain points, where to work on, where they want to spend the most time with. This is exactly what a guest sheet is as well, okay? This is basically, you're trying to understand your client's needs. You're doing a needs analysis, and also it's going to help you sell the car when you go on a walk around, because you're going to know what their pain points are. You're going to know why they want to trade in the vehicle. You're going to know what features are important to them. Okay. So find out the guest sheet. Okay. The next thing that you want to do is make sure you introduce yourself to everybody at the dealership, from receptionists to the finance managers. Make sure you introduce yourself to the finance managers. Make sure you introduce yourself to the service managers. Make sure you introduce yourself to the parts manager. Make sure you introduce yourself to all of these people, okay? Because you might need some of these people's helps in the future, all right? And they're not going to help you if you're a stranger. Also, you're going to be known now. People are going to know who you are at the dealership. And at the end of the day, if nobody knows who you are, you'll never move up in your company. You'll never get more sales. You'll never get the recognition that you deserve. You gotta make sure that people know you around your dealership. The next thing is, guys, is that make sure you also talk to your sales colleagues. Now, one thing that I want you to do is I want you to be the person that's asking questions, not the one who's doing most of the talking, okay? You're going to get to know your sales staff, and you're going to get to know what do they do? What have they seen? And you're going to take all the positive and you're going to let go of the negative. A lot of the guys you're going to talk to, they're going to be full of shit. They're going to be the guys who are going to spread that negativity. But the reason why I want you to talk to the salespeople that are around you is because I want you to realize the type of competition that you have. And what should happen is that after you talk to your colleagues, it should increase your confidence. Okay, why? Because that's what happened to me. When I walked around and I got to know my sales staff, a lot of them, they were just making excuses why they couldn't sell cars, why they weren't succeeding, why they weren't making a lot of money. And there were those one or two guys, the top guys, who were consistently making $10,000 a month. So I talked to everybody. And like I said, I took the good and I left the bad. I saw what good those top guys were doing, and I saw what good were those guys who were at the bottom doing. And it increased my confidence. I got to know the guys who were around me, and I knew what I needed to work on, and I knew the things that were going to help me succeed at the dealership. Okay? Now, the rest of the things that are tangible things that you're going to need is, number one, you're going to need a mindset. You're going to need the mindset of a killer. Look, you started in this industry to take over, not just to take part. Okay? You want to, in your first month, your goal is going to be to sell at least 10 cars a month. Bottom line, you got to have a goal. Most guys go into car sales in their first month not really having a goal, not knowing how many cars that they're going to sell this month. Look, if you don't know where your destination is, you'll never end up there. See, if you know where you're going, then you can find a roadmap. Then we can input it into your GPS, and it's going to teach you how to get there. But if you don't have a goal, you're never going to end up getting there. So 10 cars a month is a very good goal just for your first month in car sales if you're brand spanking new. The second thing that you're going to need to have is a strong work ethic, okay? If you're getting involved in this industry, you better be ready to have a strong work ethic. If you don't, get out of this industry. You might as well quit right now, because you're never going to make it. For somebody who's new, look, you don't have the talent right now, but what you can do is you can outwork everybody else. And that's what really helped me at the beginning as well. All right, guys. So these are some things that if you're getting started in your first month in car sales, these are some of the things that are going to help you become successful. And I'll tell you right now, nobody's going to help you succeed besides yourself. Don't rely on your managers. Don't rely on your colleagues. Only rely on yourself. And the one way that you're going to do that is by upgrading your mindset, is by consistently training, like watching my videos where I teach you guys how to sell cars, what to do, the type of mindset to have. See, you need to train yourself, because the number one reason why salespeople don't succeed in car sales is because they don't have any training. But like I said, I got your back for life. Any help that you need, make sure you reach out to me. Until next time.